the inside of your engine. So the manufacturers look also all those parameters before to say yes, we accept or not. But if the product is responding positively, that's why I said, unless if there are other reasons, political reasons or economic reasons, because they've already signed contract. If you bring a new product, that's why the wiser people in Western countries, what they do, they say, no, we are not rejecting that one because it's not eco-friendly, but we are mixing. They are talking about B20, B50, B5. It means that we take our biodiesel, we mix it with the existing diesel. This is how it works. And it's true, it's not easy unless if you do have the support of your government to say as Brazil did. Brazil, no matter what other people say, the impose now is E50. And because those Brazilian engineers, they are producing the fuel, okay, and the government is supporting them, they say E50. That's why it's working. Though the manufacturers outside, they may say, we don't, but they don't care as long as they do have enough support to make the product to be accepted on the market. Okay? Obviously, we need to balance everything. It's not easy when you start, but it's true also, if you can convince a certain number of people, and this is what some other people do. There are people who are selling chemicals or medical products made with herbs. I don't know if you heard about those people. They used to sell products. If I buy the product, if I sell the same product to you, they're gonna give me some points, and so on. If she got also other people buying under her, I'm gonna get some points and I'm gonna get to a certain level, in such a way that they're gonna be paying me, even if I'm no longer selling, just because people working under me are selling my products. Those people, they understood that it's not easy to bring a new product on the market. The best way to do that is to have some strategies. If you put in your car, it works. We can sign a contract with you. If under you, there are other people who start using, you're going to get some points that we're going to be paying you. So, you see, when you are an engineer, you bring a new product, which is good. Other competitors will not let you easily to bring the product on the market, but you must be more strategic. Yes. Other questions?
So, talking about the ethanol still.
Yes.
You mentioned that last year you were using palm wine to make ethanol.
Yes.
So I just want to know, what was the reason of choosing palm wine? Because we can make ethanol from other sources. Was it for the same reason, like availability of raw material?
No. It's just because we want to start with the same source. It was like our well of hydrocarbons. It was the palm tree. That's why we said ourselves, can't we make ethanol from the same tree? And we noticed that we can make ethanol from the palm wine. But we could produce palm wine even from the sugarcane or other sources. There is no restriction for making ethanol. The reason just because we could get palm oil from the same tree and palm wine also, or ethanol from the same tree. There was no particular reason.
Yield of biodiesel.
The yield?
Yes, the source of ethanol doesn't affect the...
No. Because at the end of the day, if you get ethanol, the ethanol reacts now as a chemical. No matter the source, is now a chemical. Even if it's coming from sugarcane, if you do have 95%, it's 95%. 95% means 95% pure ethanol, 5% water. It doesn't affect the yield of biodiesel. Any other questions?
I had a question going almost in the same direction, because looking at the stoichiometry of the reaction, for 1 mole of triglycerol, we need 3 mole of ethanol.
Yes.
So I was wondering how the proportion could be balanced, because I think the palm oil produce more oil than it does for the more oil than the palm wine. So I was asking myself how the stoichiometry would be balanced. But since ethanol remains ethanol and it can come from any point, my question is answered. But then the part that I'm wondering is, if I'm looking on a long-term relation, wouldn't be, I mean, the same problem that we are having today with the normal diesel, wouldn't we have it thousands of years in the future with biodiesel?
In which term?
In a term of the population is increasing.
The global warming?
No, not the global warming especially. In terms of reducing, the population is increasing, hence fracture, which means the demand as well will increase.
Yes.
Now, if we look, my bad, if we look at the area that we have, wouldn't we be saturated in terms of production? The land won't be producing that much of palm oil.
Why?
Let me take a structural example. In our country right now, Cameroon, DRC, Congo, we are still eating fresh product because we have a less population than South Africa, which have 15 million people, which means they need, to fasten the process to satisfy the demand. Aren't we going to be at the same level whereby we need to fasten the process of the production of palm oil? If that is the case, will we have the same efficiency?
Okay, you want to talk in terms of the supply?
Yeah, in terms of supply.
In terms of the supply of the feedstock.
Of the feedstock, yeah, in 1,000 years later.
Let me tell you, the interesting part, I'm not marketing Shiloh, but the interesting part of what we are trying to develop over there, we are chemical engineers. We think ahead. We already talked about it. We do have a section that deals only with the way to produce fertilizers. You see this area. If I don't put fertilizers, I can put 10 palm trees. Are you with me? But if I use fertilizers, I can make 50 palm trees to grow in this area. Did I answer to your question?
Will we have the same efficiency at that time?
Efficiency in terms of what?
In terms of diesel.
No. The efficiency, it has to do with the process and the chemicals. Are you with me? Because if the raw material contains 15 atoms of carbon and 16 for the palmitic acid and so on, and you mix it with ethanol, you're going to get the same biodiesel.
So,
yes?
I think I was asking now about the ethanol that you obtain when you're using fertilizer. Would it be the same as the one that we use without using fertilizer?
Yeah.
Okay, Nyasha?
I think he has answered that question, that if we make ethanol, it's all about C2H5OH, right? If we make it from whatever we make it, we'll still make the same atoms, the same compounds.
Yes, Takunda?
Yeah, just like there's something that confuses people in chemistry about a catalyst, because a catalyst just increases the rate, speeds up the rate of reaction, but itself it doesn't take part in the reaction. So it's just a speeding up process that happens to produce the same compound.
You understand? You say, for example, to produce 10 palm trees in 3 months, you're gonna produce 300 in 3 months. But still palm tree, same composition. Are you getting me? So this is why Shiloh look at also the agronomical parts, because we cannot. For the moment, we are moving toward agriculture. Africa, this is what makes green our technologies. Even the solar panel, I think they told you, they make the solar panel based on cabbage. Don't be surprised, my friend. I tell people from cabbage. So everything is green. Okay, any other questions, guys, before to close? And any other question? Yes, yes, Miriam.
Possible to produce biogasoline from?
Of course.
From, is it transesterification as well, the process code?
Biogasoline. No, it's just the cracking. It's the cracking. You're gonna use just a catalyst. You're gonna be cracked. As we cracked, you saw where we cracked. Yes. You're gonna crack. You must use a specific catalyst that's gonna crack. Because if you do have you do have a 15. You can crack the 15. If you do have 7, you got already the gasoline. Yes, it's just made out of catalysis. That's why I used to tell people the secret of production is catalyst.
Can you use palm oil for
yes.
gasoline?
Yeah, but you're gonna use another type of catalyst.
So the star is the catalyst.
Yeah, the secret is the catalyst. Yes, Fabrice, the last one.
For those who are producing biodiesel already, and I've seen what the colleagues did, I can notice that all of them are using batch process. For industrial purposes to produce a huge amount, do you think a batch process would be more efficient?
No, I want to be straight away to say no. You must use a continuous, but it requires a lot of means. You must, because to design it is not a big deal, because all of you are engineers, okay? But it's going to request a lot of money. That's why for the moment we go for a batch. Once we convince people, money comes in. To move from batch to continuous is just a matter of engineering design. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. I would like just to say, as I said, next week it's going to be the solar panel people. I'll see you upstairs. Okay. And water people the following week, and the other week it's going to be yes. But I would like to just to tell you guys, to encourage you to work very hard. As I said to you, by beginning of June, June is supposed to be in Congo. It means that you have to finish with your experimental parts, and it's going to remain just the writing. The writing for the P1. Already, the data you are getting, it's going to be also used for P2. Being there, I'm going to be communicating with you, but I will leave you with another lecturer who will take over. Okay? And because we need to commercialize, people need solar panels, they need biodiesel. We're going to keep in touch with you guys. Some other times we can even ask you if you can come down over there because we need to present to President Kabila or Eduardo Santos. We need to present them our products. Okay? So just we're going to be in touch with you, but before to leave, we're going to finalize everything, and everything should be fine. Okay? Anything to say, guys, before to dismiss? Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. And then I'll see you upstairs. You two, you can remain. You two, you can remain.